Hello, YouTube. This is your girl Makara from Cougar's Closet. Um, so tonight I had wanted to do a segment about Kobe Bryant and dedicate this segment to Kobe Bryant fans out there because I know there are some die-hard Kobe Bryant fans out there. Um, it's going to be kind of emotional for me, but not really so much on the aspect of Kobe Bryant, but just some other things that it wraps into. So, before I start this, please let me say this. Um, I didn't really know Kobe Bryant, and of course, I didn't know him personally. I'm not a basketball fan. I didn't watch him on the court or anything of that nature, but I knew who he was, and I knew that all the guys love him, and wherever you go, out of town, state to state, city to city, his name, ring bells. How I came to know Kobe was, when I was listening to Brandy, because I am heavily off into music. And, when Brandy had jumped off, she came in the air and she brought some new to the table. Her song, her first single, I Want to Be Down. And then it was later that she was dating Kobe Bryant. That's how I became to know of Kobe Bryant. So I started, paying attention to him because he was now with her. And then later on, I remember hearing about them breaking up and they got back together, I guess, and he asked her to marry him and she said no. And then that's when he got with this woman that he's now married to. And I remember Brandy being mad about that or whatever. So that's how, I knew about Kobe or Kobe. Okay, so like I said, I never watched any of his games or nothing like that. I just knew that, one day he was going to be bigger than what he was, after I started hearing everybody screaming his name after, he got him and Brandy surpassed or whatever. And so what I can say that I remember is about Kobe, I would be at home. I'm not a TV fan either. But I can remember a lot of times when these games was on. I'm more of a realist. I like to watch, things that are true, like National Geographics or 48 Hours or judge shows or I really like National Geographic, with the land animals, with the lions and the deer and impalas and hyenas and warhog, because it's just not National Geographics. They teach you the game of survival. So I'm always, looking deeper into National Geographics because what they go through, you can apply to your everyday life. It's man eat man out here in the world for us, just like it's man eat man out there, on the land for them. Kill or be killed, or if you don't kill, you don't eat. So that's the strategy that I apply to my everyday life. So I like to watch those type of things because it shows me how to get out of some things. But I always remembered as I was clicking through these channels, I would click on a game and I would see Kobe. And one thing that I do remember every time I click through there was his smile. And I would be thinking to myself, that guy got a dangerous smile on him. That always went on every time I clicked through there. I would just stop for a brief second And that smile was just so dangerous. You had to admire it before you clicked on to something else, you know? Then it would just be like, well, on to the next channel, you know? Get up the next day or whatever, then you hear the guys, of course, you know, talking about the game or whatever. So that's how kind of pretty much that I began to know Kobe. Well, I want to do this segment because, you know, I'm a realist of everything. You know, I don't care what it is. I'm going to track down the reality of it. You know, whether it's people in my circle, people out in the world, big time celebrities or whoever. So, of course, you know, these last day or two, it has been crappy, you know, even not being a fan of his, but knowing he was an icon and a legend and knowing that he was a brother, you know, he came, you know, from my brotherhood, you know, so it's always devastating, you know, when you lose, you know, a person like that. Not only that, a person that's of your culture, you know. So, I want to start by here. I had got the news. I was at work. One of my homeboys had gotten my messenger, and he said, Kobe died. Kobe dead. So where it gets kind of emotional for me at this point is, I'm not thinking about Kobe Bryant because, like I said, I'm not really into, you know, all of this stuff. So I'm thinking about my childhood friends and, you know, people around here because we have some, you know, Kobe's around here. One Kobe we did lose to violence. And he's been gone for a long time. Then we got another Kobe. He's out of town, and you know he's working and he's doing good. You know he was in and out of the system, but now I haven't seen him, but from what I hear, you know he's on the road. And there's a couple of other Kobe's around here and Kobe's around here. So I'm feeling that phone call right there. So excuse me. So when he got my messenger and said Kobe died, I was thinking about, you know, the Kobe's around here because y'all we losing so many friends around here, so many childhood friends and stuff. Kobe Bryant was the farthest thing from my mind. I mean, we losing so many people around here, childhood friends to violence and stuff. Sometimes it's like you're damn near scared to go to sleep and wake up in the morning. It's that bad. So when he said Kobe died, I'm thinking about my Kobe's, you know, in the area, in the Decatur, Illinois area. And so I said, Kobe who? So I go through, I start naming all the Kobe's that I knew. And I sat down, and my knees had buckled. I said, oh, Lord. Because a lot of times, you know, my messenger, like I said, I have so many friends, and I'm friends with so many people. A lot of times when stuff come through my messenger, it's like, damn, they're scared to tap on it and see what anybody even saying. They might just be getting on there to say hello. How your day going? But like I said, there's been so many killings around here with your childhood friends and stuff. You scared to answer anything anymore. So I'm sitting there with my knees buckled, waiting on him to come back to tell me, you know, which Kobe had passed on or something like that. And he said, Kobe Bryant. I said, oh. The Lakers, Kobe Bryant. He said, yeah. So, you know, that took a sting out the air. You know, I was still stung, but, you know, my heart had been pierced, but it wasn't that my heart had been, you know, shot with a bow and arrow, if you know what I mean. It was like that for me. So it was a crappy day because, like I said, I knew we lost somebody, special, and I knew we had lost one of our brothers and sisters, brothers, So it still was a crappy day, but it wasn't as bad, as it would have been, had it been one of the Cobes around here. So it took an edge off. But see, the thing about me is, see, I have a lot of friends, like I said, from childhood, out west, out east, out south. Like I'm out of town, whatever. Like I'm really worldwide connected with a lot of people. And when I love hard. I love real hard. So like, all of my friends that I know, they just not friends. Like our friendship is beyond personal. It's beyond, what the two eyes can see. All of my friends are very, very unique to me. Because God gives us these people, and they have special gifts about them, or something that's special that you could get from that one person that you can't get from the other person. So that had just kind of shook me up. And like I said, when I found out it wasn't any of the ones around here, it was a real relief to me. But the reason why I had wanted to dedicate this session of Kuviker's Closet to my diehard fans is because, like, I know how it feels like to lose a celebrity that you really, really love, Because, when they first come out, whether that's on the court, on the field, in music, you start out with them when they was underground, or when they first got started and nobody really knew about them. And then you can see something in them, even when they're not doing so hot, or even if they ain't learned how to, become, the best rapper yet, you can still sit back and say, one day, that cat gonna be amazing. And then in the middle, they do something a little bit flyer, or they make this dunk. It ain't all the way there, but you hold on, you watching the progress. And then later, they become this legend, or they become the greatest MC of all times that you knew they was gonna be. A lot of people, I've heard about this. They've committed suicide about these celebrities. They become obsessed with them. They love them so much they trying to kill them. They trying to do anything to get near them. I mean, I'm just saying how bizarre this thing is with these celebrities, especially if you a diehard fan of a celebrity. And then, like I said, you watch they progress, and all of a sudden, they get ripped away from you. See, I had two celebrity loves that had stole my heart. I had two. And my first celebrity love was Marvin Gaye. And I was a kid, but I loved Marvin Gaye because Marvin Gaye reminded me so much of me. And I just loved because even through his music, he was a realist, and I connected with Marvin Gaye. Everybody got their celebrity or rapper or, like I said, NFL player, whoever, that they connect to. A lot of the, like I said, football fans and NFL players and stuff, a lot of fans connect to them because they hear these celebrities tell stories about, before they made it, how, their mother was on drugs or their father was abusing the whole family and he had to step up, and it gotta be something that they going through, So you grow closer with these people, through their stories and through their music and stuff. So, you just fall in love with them. And so, like I was saying, Marvin Gaye was my first love, and I never forget it. It was April Fool's Day, and if I'm not mistaken, the year was 1983. And to wake up and hear that my favorite celebrity was gone, that ripped me in the shreds. That was a painful moment for me. And after that, I said I'd never fall in love with another celebrity again. But then, he, like I said, he had been killed by his father. That was the worstest April Day Fool trick to me that could have ever been played. And, like now, because of that, I don't want nothing to do with April Fool's Day. I don't find nothing funny in April Fool's Day. I just don't find nothing funny about it. When somebody come up to me and prank, and I just look at them. And like I said, I'm a very personal person, so nobody ever knows where I'm coming off from. And it just be like, well, dang it, I was just playing with you. It was April Fool's Day. But it takes me back to that day when I woke up that morning and Marvin Gaye was all over the news. It just, me and April Fool's Day, we don't get along. So after that, I didn't want anything else to do, with another celebrity. I was torn. Well, years after that, down the road, here come Tupac. I started falling in love with him. So that was my second love. And, he had that first shooting, we prayed, and we got him out of that. He back to music again, everything going all right. Then he gets shot up again. And I remember running to the TV for the updates, and 1 minute he in critical condition, the next minute he's stable, the next minute he look like he gonna make it, the next minute he gone. And at that same week, I had lost my grandmother. So I'm on the floor, just in the middle of the floor, just boo-hooing and about my grandmother, about my favorite celebrity. It was just, my world had crashed, basically. And no other way to put it, my world had just crashed at this point. World, go on. Just go around me. I stand still. Just go around, because it seemed like everything that I love or everything that give me a peace of mind, it just keep getting ripped away. I'm not a sociable person. I mean, I do have a lot of friends or whatever, but, we socialize when we socialize, or we have a lot of childhood memories, or we got enough bond leverage to where if something's wrong, we can call each other, or something pop off, if we got access to make something happen or whatever we do it, but we know we okay. And see, people think you crazy because, you love these celebrities like you do, but you don't know, at what part these celebrities touched your heart, because they wasn't always celebrities. And a lot of times, their story might be, worse than your story. But it's just the fact that they touching on something, and they've been through something that lets you know that they normal, and it's something that helped pull you through at that time. So it's just like you don't know the impact that a celebrity can have on somebody. So even with the Aaliyah ordeal, it stung a lot. Then, they was talking about Yvonne. Yvonne is one of my favorite singers, and they were talking about, Yvonne only had a few months to live. I went into a panic about that. But I don't get that close anymore because I don't like the way that feel. Till this day, I barely can stand to listen to Tupac. I have him in my CD player and I do bump him every blue moon. It hurts to hear him. And a lot of times, when people have these Tupac memes or, things that Tupac said with his face on it, I scroll by it. I can't even stand to look at him because it's just these feelings of rage and sadness. And you feel like, well, if you was that smart, why ain't you still here? If you was that smart and you knew people was trying to kill you and you had been shot once before, why didn't you leave from where you was at? But that's just me talking from a fan standpoint of view. Maybe he had some stuff going on that he was tied into that he couldn't leave. Maybe he just had to be prepared to die. He knew that he was dying. Death don't slip up on nobody. But, he had broke my heart. So that's where I was at with that. And even with the, the Nipsey hustle ordeal, he had his fans that loved him and stuff. But see, like I said, after Tupac, I didn't never really fall for nothing like that anymore. Because, Nipsey was, the younger generation, Tupac was, my celebrity love, So, I just learned, that God is a jealous God. So a lot of times what you find is when people start falling in love with these celebrities and start worshiping them and they become bigger than themselves, after a while God gonna want them back because he jealous like that. He gonna want them back. He gonna need them. So I just figured, after that I wouldn't get close anymore like that. This ain't been just start going on. This been happening with all the Sam Cooke, and Otis Redding. It ain't nothing. Elvis Presley. It ain't nothing but history repeating itself and repeating itself and repeating itself. But the only difference is it becomes your fan, the one that you love. So, it's an emotional day. Not, like I said, excuse me, it's an emotional day. Not all in all, I'm saddened by this Kobe deal. A lot of my homeboys love Kobe. A lot of people are sad and they heard about it. I'm sad because, I did know who he was. He is a legend. And I will miss flipping through that TV and seeing that smile. That guy had a smile that wasn't no force to be reckoned with. If his smile alone was that dangerous, I can imagine what getting to know him was like. And then even hearing, other people talk about him. If he was a up close friend of mine, I wouldn't have probably been able to deal. Probably wouldn't have been able to fathom. So, I just want to take some time out and dedicate this segment to my Kobe Bryant fans and diehard lovers because I do know, like I said, how it feels to lose a celebrity and people think you crazy. But like I said, they don't know the impact that a celebrity has on you and what a celebrity has got you out of, and you rolling with them and they rolling with you. The only thing that separates y'all is the screen. Nothing more, nothing less, So, I just want to tell all my Kobe Bryant fans to be strong. It is a sad day. Like I said, it's a sting in the air for me. And I wasn't a Kobe fan, but I am gonna miss him. To say I wouldn't I'm not gonna miss flipping through that channel and seeing that big smile with them big pretty white teeth would be a lie. It's totally a loss. And like I said, if I'm hurting and really don't know that much about him, then I know his fans is hurting worse than I am. A lot of times people don't understand it, but people love their fans damn near more than they family love them. I'm telling you, it get that deep for some people. So, I just want y'all to know that I'm praying for you guys that sat in front of the TV and rode this journey out with him and really got a chance to get personal with him and, jumped in the car and traveled, or jumped in the plane and flew to see a Kobe game just for Kobe, It's some fans out there like that. So I just want to let you know that I'm praying for you guys and just be strong, and I love you all. And I want you to know that Kobe is in your heart. And I want you to remember one thing if you don't remember anything else from Cougar's Closet. Kobe was a legend, and legends don't die. So that concludes my segment for today. With this Kobe deal, I just want to reach out and show love because, like I said, a lot of people don't understand how I feel to lose a celebrity. I do. Like I said, mine was Marvin Gaye and Tupac, and to this day, those two, Marvin Gaye, I can listen to and stuff like that, and still listen to his music. But Tupac, I have a hard time. Even my sister, she's a Whitney fan. And, a lot of times she has these ill feelings about that, especially if you think somebody did something to him, There's dark sides to this stuff that I won't get into that. That could be another segment because, see, like I said, I just won't get into all of that. But, like I said, I'm a Kobe fans. Just stay strong. I mean, I know everybody's giving love to the wife and the sisters and stuff, and I am too. But like I said, there's some Kobe fans that love Kobe harder than his wife and his kids did too. So I just want to tell you all to stay strong. I know that feeling. You're not crazy. Just keep your heads up. He'll forever be with us. Love always. Cougar's Closet.